victory. It's Dalton's Bengals going up against Rodgers' Packers. With that, we send you up to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis have the call. Gentlemen.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers.
Stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense.
Back 99, Philly, here we go. All right, here we go. No, check. Patriots. All right, here we go. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. And caught right side, Green. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Dalton gives to Bernard. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Mike Daniels continues to get better and better with each year. A nice run stopper inside.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
3 down.
Again, here's Bernard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Blue 10.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Dagger. Ready. Wide 20.
A first carry now. This is Hill.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. For Jeremy Hill, with the season in the rearview mirror, finished just below 1,000 yards. I think 18th in the league in rushing. And his two 100-yard games both came against Cleveland, I believe.
Yeah, if he could play Cleveland each and every week, he would have been well over 1,000 yards. So the thing about Jeremy Hill in the Cincinnati Bengals offense, you think of them as a run-first team. So to me, his 889 yards, disappointing, because I would have thought that would be a higher number and an increased production from him. He's looking to do that in 2017.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Bengals a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Cut his left. Cut his left. Hey. You got three.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Watch twist. Set. Blue 10. Blue 10. Zebra. Set.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Zebra. Blue.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got a decision to make here on 4th down and 2. And the first play will be a field goal try. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Tight end left. Hey, boys, got 4 down.
Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Kristen Michael. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Nelson, the man in motion right. They run again with Michael. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Throwing is Rodgers. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. And that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Hey, we got 3 down. Set, blue, 10.
Now Bernard. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Coming to you. Set, 380. 380. Zebra. Dagger.
Throwing, Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, Hill. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Nick Perry. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And that's complete to LaFell. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Yes, sir. You don't want that. You don't want that.
Offense comes to the line now, first and 10.
Watch right. Defense wins champion. Zebra. Blue 10. Ace. Check 50.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Wide 20.
I don't think Dalton liked the matchup there. He's going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Dagger. Crunch. Zebra.
31, check 31.
Second down, Dalton. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And now they're in the hurry up.
Watch 47.
Zebra.
Check the backer.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. A dump off now to Hill. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. This will be caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target, Andy Dalton.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
All day.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Blue 10.
So now it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Here's Bernard. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Green's got it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Hey, set wide 20. Wide 20. Dagger. Set blue 10.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Surveying the field. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space.
I don't think Dalton liked the matchup there. He's going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second and just 1.
Watch left.
Zebra.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They come up in an offset eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And a right side completion here by LaFell. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards. And now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Set blue 10. Zebra. Bang, blue 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. Dalton on 3rd and goal. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And Bullock will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the third quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and 5. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
In motion right comes Cobb. Rodgers now to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now what they want to see here, he's still down on the field. Obviously such an important part of their passing game, and the training staff, they're going to have to attend to it. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
319! 319! All right! Check your hot read!
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. It's caught. Nelson. Give him 18 yards on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know. If I agree with that, I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining.
in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Go. Go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Sponge. No. Kill.
Bang. 380.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
All day, punk.
Set 380.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. Bernard churning, and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's go, D.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Zebra.
Another pistol look here. And now here's a carry heading left. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Zebra. Hey, 380. Zebra.
Switch. Second down, Dalton. They set up the screen to Hill. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Third down and 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4.
Zebra.
Double up.
Ready. Zebra.
Watch it.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Ace.
52.
Ready. Wide 20. Wide 20.
Hey, check. Mike's
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey. We got 3. Three down. Blue 10. Blue 10. Zebra.
He's coming. We got double up.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Rodgers now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers now to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. 23 yards on the play.
It's hard to believe when we look at the numbers that our statistician Marvin has given us about Aaron Rodgers today, that he's been held to this few. That's not normal for him.
And that explains the scoreboard, doesn't it?
It really does. As he goes, so goes his team, and he is just absolutely scintillating. But it's still not over for him yet.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 12 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Green Bay 1st. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He's back to throw. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st.
Hey, we got 319.
319. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Pardon, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
I remember pre-game when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Hey, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And quickly they get to the line. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Yeah, maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye. Now Rodgers got to have this one. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 13 yards there on the pickup. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.